telling people walk like you got it even if you don't. Comparison is the thief of joy, but social media is also the thief of joy. When you start to love yourself, you'll look back at what you used to put up with and be like, what? Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Tarim.
I'm Ngozi.
And today we're going to be telling you guys 5 tips to stay confident in a superficial generation.
This generation can make people feel like they're behind. They go on Twitter, they go on Instagram, they see that their friend just got a car, just got an apartment, and you're just like, okay, but I still live at my parents' house. You shouldn't feel bad because you're still young. Like, it doesn't matter if you didn't move out yet. Or they go on Instagram and they see an Instagram model who has the perfect body, even though her body's like probably edited or surgically enhanced.
Yeah.
So then when you look in the mirror, you get insecure because you're like, my body does not look anything close to that. So we just want to give you guys some tips on how to overcome the pressures of society. So the first tip I have for you guys is get out your comfort zone. I saw this quote that says, if you keep living like the way you are now, you will continue to produce the same life you already have. And that's so true. Like, even with our YouTube channel, we talked about creating a YouTube channel for so long, but we just now did it. Mm-hmm. So if we were just living our same life, just keep on talking about it, we never know what could have happened in the future. Exactly. But we were just like, okay, let's just do it. So if you want to do something in life, just do it. Don't keep on saying, okay, I'm gonna do this next month. If you have all the materials you need to do it, like YouTube or anything else, just do it, because nothing should hold you back.
Society and the government that we live under just makes us feel like we have to live the certain way of life. Like, we have to live the same life as other people. Like, I feel like we have like this template of how we're supposed to live, and we can't deviate from that template too far, or we're doing something wrong, we're messing up the system or the simulation. But you have to understand that, like, when you're born on this earth, like, technically your life is your own. Like, no one is in charge of you. Like, you have your ability to choose what you want to do in life. Just don't feel like you have to do everything the same way everyone else in society does. Like, the time you get married, what type of jobs you get, what college you go to. I feel like we let society dictate so much about our lives. Like, people in other countries are literally just living. Like, I feel like also we're from America, and in America, I just feel like everyone has to do school, work, then you die. You work to live. You don't live. No, you live to work. In this country, you live to work, but we don't work to live, if that makes sense. So just try not to let society pressure you too much into making your life the way that society wants your life to be.
So the second tip I want to give you guys is, do not compare yourself to others. And that is for every aspect in life, whether it's on social media, like how many followers this person has, whether it's school, or she did better than me, she did worse than me. Do not compare yourself, because if you notice that the people you compare yourself with are maybe smarter than you, you are going to start to feel dumb. Even though you're not dumb, you're just comparing yourself to smarter people. Or on social media, you're comparing yourself to an Instagram model. Their body is not 100% natural, so obviously you guys won't have the same body, and you're going to start feeling down about yourself, even though you shouldn't, because at the end of the day, you have a natural body. So just be yourself. Just do things for your own. Create your own brand. If you want your brand to be religious, make it religious. Don't feel like you need to fit into society and show your body in order to do well on YouTube, in order to do well on social media. Do whatever makes you happy. People will accept it eventually.
Also understand that, like she said about social media bodies, it's very easy to look at social media and be like, why does my body not look like that? But like, social media has unnatural proportions. Like, it is literally impossible for your waist to be like this and your hips to be like this. There are people like that, like in Africa, in certain parts of Africa, there are people with that type of body, but just know that that's not the norm. So don't compare yourself, because they're not showcasing the real stuff. If everything was showcased online, you would see you're actually not that far-fetched from, what's the majority is. So just try not to compare yourself. I know it's hard. I compare myself when it comes to growth, when it comes to, self-confidence, when it comes to grades, a lot of things. I compare myself. Like, it's hard. But I realize, like, comparison is the thief of joy. That's a quote. I don't know who quoted it, but comparison is the thief of joy. You keep comparing yourself, you're just never going to be happy and content. And that person doesn't even know you're comparing yourself. They're comparing themselves to someone else. So no one feels like they're the standard. Everybody just wants to get something that's so unattainable. The moment you realize that the things people are putting out aren't real, you're going to be a lot happier with yourself. The next tip is take a social media break or a cleanse, okay? This is something that we've actually been talking about a lot. I just want to go to go off of social media for a little bit, because I just realized, first of all, with all the things going on in the world, everything right now is so negative on social media, and you are gonna slowly become depressed. Like, you won't realize it, but you're gonna start realizing that you're always sad, you're always negative, and it's because right now we're being delivered a lot of negative news and information. So just from that alone, that's a reason to take a break. But other than that, like, social media is just, it can be toxic. Like, everybody's trying to start drama, everyone's comparing themselves, everyone is literally watching celebrities' lives and everything that they do. Like, everyone's just focused on other people and trying to find the negative in other people's lives. Like, no one is happy about themselves, so they're looking at other people and trying to make them unhappy too. Like, comparison is the thief of joy, but social media is also the thief of joy, okay? Like, you know that highlight feature on Instagram? They don't even need it, because literally everyone only posts their highlights of their life. Like, no one's posting the bad times, which is natural. I don't post my bad times either, but you have to understand, if you saw the good and the bad, you'd be like, whoa, okay, like, I didn't know you were going through that. Like, you would really be surprised. Like, when you see a lot of the people that you think are living perfect lives are living lives that are honestly worse than yours. It's kind of a coping mechanism, you know? We kind of fool ourselves to think that things are better than they are. And social media is the perfect tool for that. It's deception. So don't fall into it. Take a break.
Society is really toxic. Social media is really toxic. So just take your time and be by yourself. Get a journal. I got a journal. I wrote in it once. But still, that one day I wrote in it. That one day I wrote in it, I felt like everything I was holding in, I expressed it through my journal. I wasn't looking on social media to see who posted. Like, it was just me and my journal. And it was so therapeutic. So, like, school just started, so I want to take more social media cleanse days. Not now, but like later on in the semester. And I plan on using my journal because I know it's going to help me, because social media, you're always going to find yourself comparing yourself to someone. You're always going to, people are getting canceled left and right. Just all the police brutality that's going on. Like, I feel like every time I go on social media, I just hear devastating news. Someone dying. So just all the emotions you feel, just write it in your journal and just take a break from social media. Even if it's for an hour, like anything. Just don't be on your phone all day.
Because I know all of y'all, don't lie, your screen time went up once quarantine started. You know that, it did. So don't say that you barely go on your phone, because I know that's a lie.
I go on my phone all the time. That's the first thing I do when I wake up.
Yeah, like, pray. If you're religious, pray first. Like, we really be going on our phone first before we even thank God for waking us up this morning. Like, wow, that's a problem. So yeah, just make sure that, and journaling is weird for us. We just started. I only wrote one journal entry.
I feel like I'm telling my journal too much.
Because if you're a very private person, it's gonna feel very awkward at first. But I feel like as you keep going, it's gonna feel more natural. And, you know, it's just a way to release that negative energy. Like, don't keep it inside, release it, you know, so you don't have to think about it too much. Keep it in the journal, close it, and now it's away from you. So try it out and see how it works.
So the fourth tip I want to give you guys is don't talk down on yourself. Like, don't talk about yourself too harshly. I saw a quote that said, fail doesn't mean fail. It means FAIL, first attempt in learning.
Ooh.
And I really like that, because I feel like, for example, I'm just going to use a test. Like, there's a time I did bad on a test, but the things I did bad on is because I didn't study that part. So for the next test, when I studied the part I did bad on, I did good. So when you fail, just try again, because you know what you did wrong. You know the reason why you failed. I don't even want to say failed. You know the reason why you did bad, but you have so many opportunities to do good again. So just don't let one setback destroy you. It's a minor setback for a major comeback.
And going back to social media, you'll see people's highlights, but you don't know how many failures it took to get to that highlight. Like, it's until you start trying to work towards the goals that you see other people accomplish that you realize, dang, this thing ain't that easy.
Yeah.
Like, literally, I don't even know an example, but it's just like, you'd be like, okay, I want that. They have that, I want that. You'll literally start working towards that. You're like, you went through this?
You got that.
You got, I'm good. Like, no. So just know that things take time, things are hard, you're gonna go through setbacks in life, but the comeback is gonna be like 10 times better and 10 times more worth it. So we just gotta stick through it, okay? Think about it. You can only really fail if you just give up. Like, If you give up, you're gonna fail because you stopped. Like, if you just keep going, even if it takes 10 years, technically you didn't fail yet because you're still trying. So it's like, you just gotta keep giving yourself positive affirmations. Tell yourself you can do it. Let yourself know that you are capable of doing what you set your mind to, okay? Because like I said, you only fail if you give up. The reason why I say be positive is because I believe that in the Bible, it says that your words have meanings, you know? Like, there is power in the tongue, whether you believe it or not. So it's like, if you keep spewing out negativity and hate towards yourself and saying, I can't do this, I'm not capable of this, then you're just not going to be able to be capable of it, okay? Because like I said, there's power in the tongue. So if you keep being negative about yourself, it's gonna come to pass. Like, that's just what it's gonna be. So make sure you're saying positive things about your situation, about yourself, so that can be the outcome.
Say it with me, I will succeed. Whatever you have going on in your life that you're not doing good in, or you think you're gonna fail, say I will succeed. Just keep on saying it, because it will happen. How can you expect other people to believe in you if you don't believe in yourself? So believe in yourself.
The last tip to stay confident in a super superficial generation is to love yourself. You gotta love yourself, okay? Because if you don't love yourself, no one else will. If you don't love yourself, how do you expect someone else to learn how to love you? It's like you teaching them how to love yourself. They're like, okay, they're gonna follow suit. If you don't love yourself, there must be nothing to love.
Don't expect, like,
it's not gonna happen overnight.
Yeah, don't expect after this video, you're gonna be like, I'm gonna love myself tomorrow. Every day, love yourself a little. Then you'll see yourself next year. Like, you're gonna be a whole new person than you are right now. It's baby steps. Even if you're just like, okay, I look cute today. That's something. You're saying something positive about yourself. If you feel down, like if you don't feel like you look good, dress up. Like, just do something to make yourself feel good. It doesn't have to be put on makeup. Anything that makes you feel confident, just do it.
Another thing is, like, loving yourself it's a journey. You have to understand, like, it means cutting things out that don't benefit you, that don't suit you, and that don't give you the energy that you need. You have to be able to make sacrifices for yourself, just like you make sacrifices for other people. You're gonna notice when you start to really love yourself, you're gonna change what you accept, and what you settle for is gonna change. Like, there's gonna be a lot of things that you won't stand for anymore, and people will see it. They'll be like, I used to be able to do that to her and now I can't. What changed? It's because you have a love for yourself. And a lot of people might take that negatively because they can't manipulate you and use you like they could before. When you start to love yourself, you'll look back at what you used to put up with and be like, what? Like, you're gonna be shook. Like, you just gotta go through that journey. It takes a long time. Pray, ask for guidance, journal, do some introspection, and take that time for yourself. Self-care is key, okay? And you'll see, when you love yourself, you're gonna start to glow up, okay? And I'll be watching, sis.
And there's a difference between loving yourself and being cocky. Like, when I say love
trying to
yourself,
hear it.
I don't want you to be like, because being cocky, she's like, I'm the baddest, like no one's better than me. But when you love yourself, I'm a pretty girl, but she's also a pretty girl. You're not above anyone. There's some people that might not even fit society standards, but they have so much confidence in themselves that they have radiating energy, and when people see them, they're gonna be like, oh, you're bad, like you're bad.
You fooling people.
Exactly.
You're fooling people. Walk like you got it, even if you don't. Okay?
Even if you don't feel confident, like say you go somewhere you don't feel confident, act like you feel confident. No one knows. Like, no one knows what you're thinking. It's all about how you portray yourself.
You have to understand, no one's looking at you as much as you think they are. No one's like, they're worried about their own insecurities. I don't know what she's thinking about herself. Like, I'll be like talking, I'll be like, oh my gosh, I look so this today or this, and she'd be like, what? Like, she didn't even notice. And I'm like, oh, okay, like, I'm my biggest critic.
That's another thing. If you have like an insecurity about yourself, don't tell people like, oh, like, I don't know, because then they're gonna be like, wait, I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know you had that. So keep it to yourself low key, because then if you point it out, people will start to notice.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you 99.9% of the time they weren't even
before.
looking at you that way. So just keep it to yourself.
So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just know that we're not perfect. Like, we still have our insecurities. Like, some of these tips I still use now because I'm still on a journey. Like, life is an everlasting journey. You never really get to the end, because once you get to one goal, you're going to create another goal and another goal and another goal. So we're still on this journey. So these are the tips we use. That's why we wanted to share them.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Bye.